What is up, my fellow damage appreciators? So, Vegeta and Trunks are now on Global, so I suppose that those are the shenanigans we're going to be doing for a little while now. Their intro's growing on me now that I'm seeing it more. Having the subs finally now that it's on Global helps. Okay. So, what is quickly becoming one of my favorite rotations now that I've started using VT's team more, I'm really liking VT plus Nameku, so that's what we're doing today. One of my Dokkan BFFs, Freedom, go check him out on Twitter. He's like @mind_. I'll get his exact at some point in the video. But he was telling me to try the VT and Nameku rotation, and he was not wrong. This shit is... I love it. This is one of my favorite rotations now. So I figured what better way to show it off than to bring it up against what most people would consider to be the hardest boss. So here we are against Broly. Yeah, go check Freedom out on Twitter. It's mind__key. He's a goat. So not much to say about this first rotation. The friend VT doesn't appear to have gotten its stack. But it's gonna get hit. They're gonna get hit a few times here, so they'll be fine on Ki after this. Trunks and Vegeta can actually be kind of shaky when it comes to Ki on turn 1, but of course, once they've gotten all their hits, they're usually fine. Like you still sometimes need like 6 Ki, but it's usually pretty good once they've taken their hits. Early on, it can be a little if the hits aren't there. Alright, so we're starting off with the gods and Goku. Our rotation here, it seems pretty obvious. The droids are here. You know what they're for. Funny Usher shenanigans. Glorified PyCon. And a lot of people roast me for this, but I would still say PyCon is better in some situations. Versus this stage in particular, though, the droids are definitely a lot better. Mainly because PyCon cannot dodge. I think PyCon's usefulness really shines through in stages where he can debuff, though. Really gives you a lot more flexibility with those early phases, and like, you know, if you need to run a unit who takes some time to getting going, PyCon's got your back there. Another little nice little perk of the androids for the Broly stage is, of course, their seal. Didn't really come into play here, especially because Goku already took care of that, but seals are really good for starting out versus Broly. They can save you some minor headaches. So now we've got our rotation set up. I decide to go ahead and put Namek Goku in slot 1, let him stack that defense up, take that first hit, triple super for us. We also managed to get the stack for VT, my VT, 55%. What I'm thinking about, I'm probably gonna do all the discounts, because it's like, that's like, you know, the banner sucks, but like, 300 stones for 9 multis is 300 stones for 9 multis, you know what I mean? I will probably use my Tons of Thanks tickets on the Tanabata version of the banner, the one that I think you can use it on that, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but assuming that's an option, I'm going to use my Tons of Thanks tickets on the version of the banner that has the 7th tier LRs, because I would love to get lucky and pull dupes. Like, I want dupes of them more than I want a first dupe of VT. Like, VT, they're good to go at 50. Like, they'll do what you need them to do at 55%. Like, they're honestly definitely the best 55% unit in the game. You know, many would also just argue the best unit in the game overall. I have them at about 6th, but I could see them as high as 3rd. Like, if I was like being really generous to VT, I would have them like just under Cooler and Birdcoo. But I really like the Gods and the Gammas. Like, I definitely think the Gammas are better right now, at least. The Gods, that's a bit of a spicier take. But I don't know. I think their team and just how good they are on other teams makes it worth it. But as for this run, how this is going, we've pretty much got our rotation set up now. I think I'm debating, yeah, I decide to take the gamble and put the Gods in slot 1. Because I really wanted to try to get an extra stack with them. That hurt some. But it wasn't too bad. It looked like we healed a decent amount with orbs this turn. Okay, excellent. We get another stack off. We didn't kill him on that first hit. Very good, very good. In my opinion, the Gods don't feel that encumbered by a... defensively, maybe a little bit. But that's only for one turn, usually. Alright. AoE Broly. Scary time. Well, actually, it's not scary time because we're just going to use the active skill, so... Never mind. Alright. So, not much to do here, just to keep our rotations and keep stacking up. Do I decide to be frisky and go for the, Okay, there was a possibility that I decided to be frisky and go for the 18 key for Nameku, get an attack stack in. But no, I decided to play it safe. Is this like a 17 key for Nameku? This will be interesting to see what he gets. Quick little 7.9 on his 12 key. God, I love Nameku, man. He's so freaking awesome. VT really revived him. Like, a lot of people will still say he sucks. Honestly, I don't know. He's freaking awesome next to VT. Like, well, you can't take supers. Like, guess what? 95% of the freaking game can't survive an AGL Broly super, so... We have our friend Gogeta coming out, so it is going to be much easier to make sure we can stay alive from here on, now that we have his scouter. And we have a super right there. So... to play it safe, we're going to go ahead and stick the Gods in slot 3, and we're going to nullify that shit. Because as you can see, it is the first attack there. Go ahead and stick Gogeta in slot 2, and he'll also be pretty good versus AGL Broly himself. Alright, we're raring to go. Good key field for them. They'll be double supering. We could also just outright kill him here. Very possible. swapping the rotation out doesn't seem to have negatively affected Trunks and Vegeta much. They still seem to be, you know, for a unit with their defense, you know, just 5.7. It's nothing crazy, but like for a unit with their defense, like that's, you know, I love it. We're gonna see a nice juicy crit from Gogeta here. Yes, look at that. They're doing pretty good against Broly here. Yeah, very possible we just kill him. 6.7 from the gods. Yeah, he's dead. He's out of here. But even if we didn't kill him there, we would have nullified the super. Alright. Pretty free from here. Like, look, there's a super. We like, the only tricky thing would be if there was a super in slot 2, but even then I don't think it would kill me, it would just mean I'd have to break rotations. VT should handle this very nicely. Nameku is probably fine on normals. Do I do a defense check here? Oh, come on, give us a defense check. But I think he's fine by normals by now, but I could be wrong. What are VT gonna take here? Nothing major. We're good. These guys are really good at 55%, man. Does not feel like you know, it really doesn't. They really don't have that. With a lot of units, when they're 55%, you really feel it. Not really with them. Like a lot of units, Truth will say don't chase for dupes, and I understand where he's coming from. But like, I have a gambling addiction, so I chase for dupes. Although, like, I definitely feel less of an urge to with VT. Like, I'm not feeling the 55% pain at all. If I do get some dupes from the tons of thanks or from finishing the discounts, though, ooh, 60k, not bad. Like, considering he can't get supered, like that, you know, it could have been worse. I think he missed a lot of stacks he could have gotten to. I don't think he like triple supered a lot this run. Once again, we should be fine, especially with this defense buff here. Trunks and Vegeta, you know, they are primarily a defensive unit, but like, you know, they still do good damage, but I hesitate to call it like crazy. On their active turn, though, their damage is crazy because of those guaranteed crits. It's crazy on their active turn. Very nice. We would have liked to see some additional supers there. Gogeta going in, just a 5 milli. Nothing too crazy these days, but, you know, big crits, this will do some good damage. Yeah. Look at him. Pretty sure this is a 170 lead for him, too. Type advantage, but it's like, you know, for how much he helped us here, you know, that's pretty good versus the hardest, what most people consider to be the hardest boss in the game. This stage, like, I didn't want to admit it for a long time, but I think Tech Gogeta is better than Strength Vegeta now. Red zone is when they swapped, in my opinion. Oh, we have some active skill action now. Alright. Which puts us into range for Namek Goku's active skill. Let's go. Damn, I wanted the sexy KO screen. Oh well. VT gonna have to eat a super here. But we got some nice juicy healing, so we're gonna be fine anyway. And they're gonna take even less than they took last turn, because Broly doesn't debuff defense or anything like that. So yeah, we're pretty much home free. Go ahead and get all those. Probably unnecessary, honestly. I didn't do enough defense checks. Next Nameku rotation run, I'll have to do that. So yeah, that was the Vegeta and Trunks and Namek Goku rotation. Like that, quickly becoming one of my favorites. That shit was awesome. So yeah, there you guys go. Give this rotation a shot if you have a lot of dupes in your Namek Goku. You should all know you don't have to worry about dupes for Vegeta and Trunks for the most part. But yeah, fun times.